Hey everyone, it's your boy Ryan MacIntyre with 630 Chad again, and today we are cruising around the office asking the guys about their experience at Rexall Place. So, follow me. So Chris, when was the first time you attended an event at Rexall Place?
You know what? I attended an event at Rexall Place back in about 1980. So it was called Northlands Coliseum then, and it was an Oilers Minnesota North Stars game. And I remember it very well. My older cousins took my brother and I, and we were actually in the standing room only seats. And I remember that game, and I remember watching Wayne Gretzky. But the thing I'll never forget about that game is my older cousins actually giving me some chewing tobacco for the first time and not telling me that I should not swallow it after I was done with it. So guess what I did outside of Northlands Coliseum? Had a reversal of fortune, Ryan. Out it came. You like that story?
What's the craziest thing you ever seen at Rexall Place?
You know what, Ryan? I think the craziest thing I saw was in 2006 when the Oilers were on their run to the Stanley Cup final. There was people for some reason throwing Alberta beef on the ice. I don't know why they did that, but during the national anthem, the Alberta beef would fly on the ice, and it propelled our Oilers to almost winning the Stanley Cup one game away. I think that was the craziest thing I ever saw, and the crowds and how loud they got that year. That was fun.
So, Mark Scott,
Yes, Ryan.
what was your favorite moment at Rexall Place?
I have lots of favorite moments from Rexall Place. I worked there for basically, it was my office for 16 years when I was doing Oiler games. So lots of great memories about Oiler wins, especially in 2006. But probably the favorite memory I have there was in the fall of 2007. After many, many years of playing Billy Joel music to my family, I got to take my family to see Billy Joel in concert at Rexall Place, and we had a great time.
How crazy were the fans at Rexall?
The fans at Rexall Place were unbelievable from start to finish. There's so many great memories about fans that come to mind. 2006, when Paul Lorio held the microphone up for the anthem and the fans finished it for him. Chris Sheets throwing beef on the ice before every game in the 2006 playoff runs is one of the things that I will always remember, and the fans' response to that, and just how loud they were. 2006, I think, for the later generation of Oilers fans and media is such a highlight, and there's so much happened during that run that I'll remember for a long, long time, and the fans were a huge, huge part of that.
Thanks, Marley.
Always a pleasure, Ryan. Good to see
Thanks.
you, buddy.
What are you going to miss about Rexall Place?
Oh boy, lots of things. You know, I have been to Rexall Place as a fan, and I've been to Rexall Place as someone that, you know, worked Oiler games and curling events and other events as well. But, you know, I just remember there being a vibe in that building, and, you know, it's kind of changed over the years, but, you know, I was fortunate to see the 5 Stanley Cups. I'm old enough to remember, but every time you walked in that building and watched that team in the 80s, there was a magical feel. But then later on, you still felt a vibe there. There was history there. There was a lot of magical moments and a lot of great historical moments. And, you know, you just knew the building so well. You knew the nooks and crannies. You knew the shortcuts. You knew, you know, which way to go. You knew everything about that building, the nuances. So it's big part of the history of Edmonton, big part of my life, and I'm going to miss the old barn for sure.
What's your favorite for your very first game?
My first game, I don't know the month, but I know the year. It was 1983, a Battle of Alberta game, Oilers and Calgary Flames, and it turned into a 3-3 tie when they had ties back then. That's right. So that's what I remember. Saw lots of Oiler games as a fan and as a member of the media. But 1983, 3-3 tie, Calgary Flames.
Thanks, Dave Campbell.
Thanks, Ryan. Good to see you, brother.
Thanks. We are all going to miss that place. I know I am. My favorite moment was when Ryan Smith came back. He was the captain of the final game. This is Ryan MacIntyre here with 630 Chad.